right. All right, Ginger. Why are you so dark? Hmm? You ready to eat? What are you looking at? Hmm? We're here with Gerald right now. We're gonna feed him real quick, and then we'll get out BC, and then we'll bring out Chuck. And it's bug day. So I figured we'd get online and share bug day with you guys. But first, let's see if we can get some greens in. Let me adjust this so you guys can see better. Look at you, Gerald. You're so cute. You want some arugula? I'll take that stem. How are you guys? Yes, this is my second live. Is this 2 for 2 for you? It is Gerald, yes. Yeah, all my babies are really good eaters. I feel really lucky. It did take work though. What is up with this piece? Oh, it was 2 pieces. That's why. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are here. We're just hanging today. It's my son's out of school today, so it's kind of like feeling like a Saturday. You can't kidnap him, but you know, we do need babysitters so we can go out of town. So today we've got dubia roaches. I've got some super worms because when I took BC and Gerald to the vet, BC's fat pads are like really sunken in, and we don't know why because she eats really well. She eats all of her greens and all of her bugs, and our vet said we need to increase her fat. So we ordered super worms. So we've got some supers today. Chuck doesn't get any though because he's on a diet. Actually, I'll probably give Chuck like one. Hi, Twins Tube. Waxworms are really fatty. Yeah, that's a great thing. But we also got black soldier fly larvae, which are fatty. This blue container, wait till I bring BC out. You guys are going to laugh so hard because once I bring BC out and she sees this, it's over. It's just all over. Wait till you guys see how big these superworms are. I've never seen superworms this big. That's kind of insane. So I get my bugs from a website. Excuse me, I just chugged a bunch of water. Highdesertdubiafarm.com. They're really awesome. They gave my followers a discount code. It's Chuck. But look how big these super worms are. They're kind of insane. So I got 100 of them, and I'm not even going to need any of them. I'm already giving some away locally. Look at how big this thing is. Can you handle that? He's like, yeah. I love when they lick their lips. I'm glad you don't have school on Sunday. That would suck. All right, one more, and then we'll get some dubias. These things are spicy, feisty. Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna let you fall. Get your little tushy back up here. Yeah, it's highdesertdubiafarm.com. Discount code is just Chuck. This is Gerald. He's a male. He will be 9 years old in April. He has metabolic bone disease. I don't know if you guys can see the damage that was done up here into his little mouth from MBD. He also has a little bit of issues with his arms. That's why we were so proud when he climbed his rock the other day. I don't know if you guys saw the short, but you should go check it out. He climbs this thing we have in his enclosure, and he gets to the top, and he was so happy and proud of himself. And we were so proud of him. Okay. We need a little calcium, don't we? You know what this is, don't you? You're smart, dude. Want a dubia? Don't get lost. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, you guys don't have to feel bad for Gerald. He has a really happy life. No, he's not shedding. Mm-mm. He does have little lips. My sweet baby. Gerald's a sweetheart. Gerald is easily my chillest dragon. He kind of just hangs all day and basks under his lights, and that's about it. We'll put him in the window, and he usually lasts like maybe 10 to 20 minutes, and then he's like off to find a hiding spot. He is our little dinosaur. That's what we call him. He looks the most like a dinosaur than any of them. Chuck doesn't even know it's bug day. Technically, tomorrow's bug day, but I moved it up a day so we could come on live and hang out with you guys. So these are black soldier fly larvae. They come like this, and they turn into flies if you let them sit and leave them alone. And that's what I put in Chuck's enclosure to catch when they turn into flies. And it's really enriching and fun for them, but it takes a few weeks. Ew, it was in your mouth. Bearded dragons are, I would consider, very difficult pets to take care of. They have very high, intricate needs. They require proper care. It is expensive. And unfortunately, a lot of mistakes are made because pet stores don't give good information. So people end up spending so much extra money because they buy all the wrong stuff to start. And then they realize they have all the wrong stuff. And then they slowly get all the right stuff, which is expensive. And it ends up being like double the price. I have a free guide that I made for my followers. It's on my website, bougiebeardies.com. It's spelled exactly like my name here. And it goes over proper setup and lights and all of that and diet, and also what not to get and why not to get it. All the stuff the pet store is going to try to sell you. So please check it out before you get a bearded dragon so you don't waste your time or money or your bearded dragon's health on the wrong stuff that the pet store recommends. Um, I'm going to go get BC. So bear with me for a minute. Say bye, Gerald. Oh, no, my finger's not food. Say bye. Come on, honey, honey. Yeah, don't get your toe stuck. All right. The crazy girl's here. I have to watch the mic around her because she Desperately, desperately wants to eat this microphone. Even when there's other bugs around, she'll be chewing on a roach and she'll still be like, I gotta have the mic. Chuck is in his house. He will be coming out next. So stick around. BC, you want some fiber first? She's like, sure. BC has the best chomps, and that's really why I try to use the microphone with her. Because they're so audible and cute. She sounds like a little typewriter. No, not this. This. Hey, this. She already saw it. I'm screwed. Hey. Mm-hmm. Look at this piece. She's like, I want that fuzzy caterpillar bug. I made a video on how I got them to all eat their greens so well, but it simply comes down to not overfeeding bugs. That's a big problem. I don't know. It just depends on your age, the age of your bearded dragon, but adult dragons should only be eating a couple bugs twice a week. So once you get to that like cutback and they're hungry, they start eating their salads. I also used bee pollen to entice BC at first. Um, and I also use Fern's reptile toppers. They have some really good ones. Hey, hey, hey. I also usually, not today, because today's bug day and I'm just trying to get them to eat a couple greens. I usually do a mix of at least 3 different greens. That way they're getting a variety. Um, Plus, all the different greens have different nutrients in them. And don't fall off the table, man. I'm trying to get this microphone. What was I saying? They all have different nutrients and nutritional values that they need. And so it's always best to do a variety. Hey, guess what? Your vet said you get fatty bugs because your fat pads are sunken in. So, how about that? Are you excited? I mean, an excuse to eat super worms? Not this, not this. Hang on. Okay. You turn this way because everyone wants to see your beautiful face. Yes, feeding bugs only. Feeding bugs only is a very bad thing. It's too much protein. They should not be eating bugs only. They shouldn't be eating microphones either. Look at this. Oh, what's this? You see this? I need you to turn towards the camera because everyone wants to see you chewing. I'm just going to attach this to me because you are such a little brat. You want another worm? Cut back the bugs. Just cut back bugs. They'll eat greens. Offer greens every day. Don't feed any bugs. They'll be fine. I think people get worried about not feeding them bugs, but that's fine. I mean, they can go long periods of times without eating. So if they don't want to eat their salad for 6 days and then they might start eating it, it works out. Don't be scared to not feed them bugs, essentially. I don't give them baths unless they're dirty. Chuck hates the water. The only one who likes the water is BC, and she will ask for a bath. She will after she poops, if I let her run around, she'll go straight to the tub and start scratching on it. Hey, my fingers aren't food. You're so cute. Hey, turn this way. I got something else for you. You want some roaches? Affectionate. That's a good one. I wouldn't say that they're very affectionate pets, but they don't turn down affection from you unless they don't want to be around you. My biggest advice if you want to like cuddle with your bearded dragon is to do it in the morning when they're really sleepy still or at night when they're sleepy. Cuddling during the middle of the day doesn't really work out, at least not here with my dragons, because during the day they just want to run around. They do not want to snuggle and chill. These are my fingers. I'm working on bugs for you. BC, there's nothing in my hand. Okay? You're so cute. Oh, she saw the roaches. Okay, you this way. Everyone wants to see you eat. This is when I want to give. Nope. I just want to catch your crunches because they're so good. Nope. Nope. I know. I want to get her ASMR so hard, but she's like, let me eat that mic. No. Oh, I love the name Yoshi. Yoshi's the cutest little dinosaur. All right, one more. Not this. No. No. So BC is 5. She was my dragon, my first dragon ever. She was a like last second pet store, fell in love with her through the glass purchase, had no idea what we're doing. We literally pulled out our phones and did all the research in the store. And I took her home. She picked me. And then I guess what, almost 4 years ago I met my boyfriend and he had 2 dragons, Chuck and Gerald. So we are a blended family. Okay. Look at that. What is that? Is that your favorite thing in the whole world? Yes, it is. She might love this blue container more than the microphone. Because what's in the blue container? Look. Nope, they're all on the table. Look. They're all right there. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get bit. There you go. Was that delicious? I mean, it didn't look delicious. I won't say that, it seems like you had a delicious lunch, but if you think it was delicious, I'm happy for you. All right. You guys ready for Chuck? Their lifespan used to be 8 to 12 years, but now with updated standards and good care, I've heard of them living up to 20 years. So that's really exciting and cool and neat, and I love it. Okay, you're going home. I gotta go get Chucky Bucky. Look, she's like literally like she wants this mic more than anything in the world. Come on. There's no food on my fingers. All right, I'm going to get Chuck. I'll be right back. Come on, Bucky. It's your favorite day. He's like, why have you had me covered up in a blanket? Oh my goodness. It's the Chunkster Bunkster, the one and only Chucky Boo Boo. Okay, get your nails out of my cardigan. I know, BC's awesome. She's really cool. You want to start with some arugula before bugs? Yes. Their enclosures are all 3 in completely separate bedrooms. What? Is there too much going on? Are you distracted? Yeah, Chuck will be 6 years old this year. His birthday is May 5th. We don't know his actual birthday. We just had to like pick it. And since he's a Texas baby now, we picked Cinco de Mayo because he was probably born between April, May, June of 2020. He knows when he's on camera. He knows the phone. He It drives me insane because sometimes he's like, I'm not doing anything now that you got that phone out. Gerald will be 9 in April. So Chuck is dark right now because he was sitting on his cool side. So when bearded dragons are cooler, they get darker. So yeah, he's not good like bright yellow right now. Chuck is Tex-Mex. Do you want this or no? What are you doing? You're literally frozen. Why are you frozen? You heard bugs and you're like, yeah. All right, we'll just skip to it then. He's like, I don't want no greens today. Okay. Okay. We still got some calcium on this guy. These dubia roaches, man. Look at this guy. Chuck's like, heck yeah. Nope. Chuck does not try to eat the mic. BC is the only one. Even Gerald doesn't mess with the mic. She's starving. Always starving. She's so dramatic. All right, hang on, Chuck. You got to get some calcium powder. He's looking back like, hey, I know you got more back there. Chuck is 5. He'll be 6 this year in May. You downloaded our pamphlet? That's awesome. I hope we found it helpful. I get a lot of compliments that it's like easy to understand, and I'm that's so good to hear because for me, I felt like when I first got a bearded dragon, like all of this was so hard to understand, the lighting and all of their needs and everything. And so I tried to break it down like how I would have liked it broken down for me when I was starting. So I love to hear that it's helping people. All right, Bucky. That's it for Roachy Roaches. I love to hear you have a 13-year-old bearded dragon. We want ours to live to like, 50, but I know that's not going to happen. But 20 would be amazing. Like, absolutely. Okay, you don't get a lot of fat right now because you're on a diet, but I'm going to give you one of these big fat super worms, okay? Chuck's going to, Chuck loves worms. Look at him. Ow! I didn't know super worms bit. That little jerk. I don't cut my bearded dragon's nails. They all have rocks and slate and all of that stuff. Really keeps them trimmed down. I do have to sometimes file their snaggle toes. You know what I'm talking about? The little extra snaggle toe right here. Especially on Chuck because the way that it's curved under, it doesn't really get like any what's this word I'm thinking? It doesn't get filed down on the rocks in his enclosure, so I have to manually file that one because it's like bad. It gets snagged on everything. Thank you, Shug Avery. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That was so sweet. All right, Chucky, you want some of these? I know you love these. Look. Okay. Oh, there's still two more. Scoochie Boochies. Look. Oh, there's a few more right here. There you go, buddy. Good job. Yeah, I didn't know super worms bit either. I don't want to make myself a liar. I think I've heard that before. It's just now coming back to me. I think I have seen somebody on social media get bit by a super worm. So yeah, maybe I did know that and I just forgot and I've never been bit. But when they're that big, yeah, they bite. No, don't say he looks like Jeffrey Epstein. That's really sad. Are you a fan of country music? No, not really. I do love Tim McGraw. I'm going to see him in March. Sea worms. What are sea worms? Yeah. So Chuck has really cool markings. Somebody said he's a blue bar. I'm not really familiar with bearded dragon, like all the morphs and all that stuff. I found out online that he's a citrus leatherback. I didn't even know what a leatherback was, but he is a rescue too. So we didn't know. We just got what we got. Um, Good. I'm glad his pattern shows nice. He's cold right now. He actually was sitting on his cold side. Yeah, I don't mind handling the bugs at all. It took a couple years to get here. People are always like, "How do you do it?" And I'm like, "Oh, trust me, I didn't for like 2 years probably. This is just something I've recently gotten used to." And I think one of the biggest reasons I've recently gotten used to handling them is because I used to order them and they came in a container. And now I order them and they come in a little bag. So I had to like make my own container. And when I moved them over to the container, they wouldn't all come out of the bag. So I just started touching them and handling them, and I got really used to handling them. My fingers aren't food. You are the 3 for 3 out here thinking my fingers are food. It's like I want more. You want more? You're so cute. What are you doing? I'll give you a couple more BSFLs. It's the blue container. Look at him. I mean, he's so cute. Here. You know what the blue container means. Yeah, you do. Something that I learned about bearded dragons, and you know what? This is just from observation. I actually haven't looked into it, but one thing I've noticed about bearded dragons is when they eat, their bellies get huge. I'm assuming they're like filling up with like stomach acids to break down the food, but yeah, if anyone knows, feel free to share. But they always even BC, and BC is so skinny. So it's like all of a sudden her belly swells up when it's time to eat. And so a lot of it, and a lot of my feeding videos, people are like, they're so fat, their bellies are so huge. And I'm like, no, it's just while they're eating. It's really interesting. He does want more food. There's nothing wrong with him. I'm just asking if other people have experienced or noticed or seen or know the answer. It's something that I've observed with all three of my dragons. You're done. You're on a diet. I know. I think you forget that you're on a diet. He's like, but I want more. You know what you can have? He's like, what? You can have some of this. You're the best eater. Yeah, he doesn't like the word diet. Our vet said he's just slightly overweight. So that's good that he's not like massively overweight. I feed them all the same diet. They get bugs. I mean, like 1 day a week now, and salads daily. But Chuck's packed on a few pounds in the last 6 months. Well, not pounds, grams. Gosh, could you imagine a bearded dragon that's packed on pounds? Yeah, so we're just cutting back on the bugs. We do annual vet visits. We get a fecal every year. But Chuck decided not to poop at the vet, but to poop an hour after we got home. So the only fecal we ended up getting was on Gerald, and Gerald's fecal came back clear. So most likely they're all good because usually if one has parasites, they all get it somehow. Somehow last time, even though they don't make any contact with each other, all my dragons had parasites at the same time. Are you suddenly interested in the microphone? Hey, yo. If your bearded dragon has damaged scales, I would definitely go to the vet. They might be able to give you like a cream or something depending on what's going on. Are you done? He's like, oh, you literally got food sticking out of your mouth, cutie. Chuck always has a piece of salad sticking out of his mouth. It cracks me up. Can I have this? What? What are you doing? Hi. I love when you make eye contact with me. It's literally so cute. Ew. Can you say hello to all of your friends? He's like, no, but I can say I want more buggies. Say, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for having lunch with me. Chuck, we rescued Chuck and he came to us eating greens. So we didn't do anything. But as far as my other ones, it took cutting back bugs and some bee pollen. I have a bearded dragon with MBD also, Gerald. Yes, they have a lot of teeth, actually. I don't remember the number, but it's high. You're so cute. What are you looking at? Do you see yourself? MBD is metabolic bone disease. It's caused by improper calcium and UV lighting. When they are babies and developing, it might cause deformities. That's why Gerald has an open lip. It can get really bad. Like they can end up with humpbacks and even like S shaped spines, unable to walk. That's why it's so important to get the right lighting when you get a bearded dragon. It is expensive, and people try to avoid that cost, and it's a cost you can't avoid if you're getting a bearded dragon. Yeah, 82. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a lot. Oh, Chuck came from an abusive home. That's a wild animal. No, it's not. That's a captive animal. He's domesticated. I don't know why people call him wild. I don't know if you just don't know the definition of wild. He's looking at me like, where's my bugs? It's not wild. A wild means they come from the wild. Oh my gosh, these people drive me nuts. I literally don't care what you think. We saved him too from an abusive person, so he's living his best life. Go bother somebody else. People are like, you need to put him back in the wild where he belongs. I'm like, okay, let me just ship him over to Australia, I guess, so he can die. Probably. He licks his lips all the time. No, he wouldn't survive in the wild. That's why those comments just frustrate me so much. Say, I wouldn't make it in the wild. I'm so bougie. I'm hand fed bugs. I am pampered like a little king. I have a window perch. I mean, there's plenty of bearded dragons in the wild that survive in the wild. They're born with survival skills. We also don't live in Australia, so I don't know what wild you expect me to return him to. Not return. I don't want to use the word return because that's not where he came from. People are wild. I know. I had some lady with a dog in her picture and she's like, "Put him back in the wild." I'm like, "Put your dog back in the wild." I wish Chuck would bob his head while we were on live. He's pretty chill today though. I don't even know if he knew it was bug day. He wasn't even on his warm side of his enclosure when I got him. He was on the cool side. Yeah, Chuck just went to the vet. I posted a short about it. Yeah. People think that my bearded dragons are iguanas all the time. I'd love an iguana. If I had like a big house and I could give it like a huge enclosure, I'd so get an iguana. Yeah, you wouldn't survive in the wild, would you? My vet didn't do a blood test when she didn't see any reason to. What are you what are you thinking about? I can tell you're thinking about something, Chuck. He's about to make some kind of move. What you gonna do? He's just staring out the window. He's like, I want to go to my window spot. No, I'm not gonna touch his eyeball. He probably is judging everyone. Oh, thank you. Actually, if you need bearded dragon insurance, Nationwide provides bearded dragon insurance for like $15 a month. So I don't know if he needs to poop. Do you need to poop? Usually when he needs to poop, he gets all wild. Now he's just staring at me. What? You ready to go sit in your window? You want to come show everyone your window spot? You guys want to come see Chuck's window spot? He's like, yeah, window spot? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He knows words. People literally are like, they don't understand English. Yes, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay, we'll go to your window spot. He knows what the word spot means, like 100%. Like, don't even mess with me. I have videos to prove it. All right, come on, let's show everyone your window spot. Let me grab the phone here. Okay, and the microphone. Hang on, sorry. Look at the fan for a second. Okay, Chucky, come on. Look how yellow and gorgeous you are. You're the prettiest. Okay. So this is Chuck's window spot area. We put him on a little piece of slate right here. All right, get your claws out of my cardigan. He's got a Zoom Ed Reptisun light right here, which we turn on in the window. And then he's got a 150-watt basking bulb right here. And that way he can sit in the window as long as he wants. We actually set this up when he had coccidia because he couldn't come out of his enclosure ever. And we felt really bad for him. So we set up this window spot and he absolutely loves it. And he'll sit out here and bob at blizzards outside and bask and enjoy watching the cars. And BC and Gerald love it too. Um, if your bearded dragon always has a black beard, then yeah, something's wrong. I would take him to the vet just to make sure everything's okay. He could be really sick if it's always black. Gerald's beard is like always black. I think maybe it's part of his MBD, but we definitely questioned that when we went to the vet. He's like, why you got this phone in my face all the time? Because you're so cute and everyone wants to see your face. Hi, Abigail. Thank you. Look at those pretty eyes. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm gonna try to go live at least like once a week with Chuck, probably on Sundays or Mondays. I'll try to post. Maybe I'll make a post next time, like giving a 24-hour heads up, so you guys know. Because some of you guys seem really excited to be here, and I love that. I love hanging out with you guys and answering questions. Um, but yeah, you guys have a great Sunday, and we'll see you later. Say bye, Chucky.